Happy Wednesday, first graders. Let's take a look at our I can statement today for ELA. I can add both ER and ED to words to change their meaning. I can use these new words in sentences. So friends, on Monday, we practiced adding ER to the end of words to change their meaning. We changed action words into naming words, like changing play into player or teach into teacher. Tuesday, we added ed to the ends of words to change their tense, making them past tense words, like changing help to helped, or jump to jumped. Today we're going to do a little activity that'll give you a chance to practice both of those and use those words in sentences. All you're going to need for today's activity is a piece of paper, something to write with, and a paper clip for our spinner. You don't need anything just yet. You can watch along for the first one, and then when I go to the second spinner with the new words, that's when you can make your own spinner and try it on your own. So I have 3 words here: melt, craft, and walk. 3 verbs, 3 actions. And now I'm going to spin the spinner and either add ed to change these words to past tense words, or ER to change these words to naming words. There we go. All right, so my first one, ED, so I'm going to add the letters ED onto the end of melt. What word do I have now? Elt, ed, melted. Now I'm going to use this new word in a sentence. I'll say, my ice cream melted on a sunny day. I melted. It already happened. My ice cream melted. So we changed it from melt to melted, making it a past tense verb. Let's go back to our spinner. And now we'll change our next verb, which is craft. Actually, friends, I made one of our writing checklists for Friday's lesson, but I'll take a picture of it and attach it to this lesson too, because we are writing some sentences. Friday, we're going to be doing some bonus writing using some of these words that we've been practicing this week. And I made this writing checklist for it, but with these sentences too, we want to make sure that they have swag. And a sentence with swag starts with a capital letter. It's written neatly. It has a space between every word. And you finally, when you're done with it, you give it punctuation. This is very similar to this writing checklist that Miss Canale uses on her writing slide. So I'll put a picture of this in the slide after this one, so you can make sure that your writing has swag. And if you want to make one of these, it may be helpful to write one out on a piece of paper. That way you can use it whenever you're doing your own writing. All right, let's get back to where we were. We were spinning for the word crafted. All right, we got ER that time. Now, we'll add ER to craft. Now we have cur, aft, crafter, crafter. So now we've changed it from an action word to a naming word. crafter. Maybe you're thinking of a sentence that you could use with the word crafter in it. Do you know anybody who's a good crafter? For my sentence, I think I used this one yesterday, but we'll use it again. We'll go with the birthday man, Mr. Elliot. I know an awesome crafter named Elliot. Right, so now crafter. The word crafter is naming Elliot. Elliot is an awesome crafter. If we said, I know an awesome craft named Elliot, that wouldn't make much sense. Right, let's do our final spin for a walk. Another ER. Add ER to the end of walk. Now we have walker. And maybe you're thinking of a sentence in your head with the word walker in it. I'll write one of my own. Say, Mrs. Mac is a very slow walker. Mrs. Mac just gave me a funny look. She's making videos for her 6th graders. They're not as cool as ours though. And Mrs. Mac have been taking a lot of walks lately, and I have quite a bit longer legs than Mrs. Mac, so sometimes it seems like she's walking a little bit slow. All right, and the word walker, we now made it a naming word by adding ER because we are naming Mrs. Mac in the sentence. Mrs. Mac is a walker. Okay, now you can grab a pencil, paper, and paperclip. And if you need to pause the video and press play again when you're ready to rock and roll, go ahead and do that. We have the same endings we're going to add, but we're going to change 3 different verbs. The verbs that you're going to change are play, teach, and help. So for your seesaw mission, you're going to use a piece of paper to make this exact sheet I have right here. You need your spinner, which is just a circle with a line through it, ED on one side, ED on the other side, and then the words play, teach, and help. You're going to spin 3 times and add whatever ending you land on to your 3 words, like Mr. Mac did right here. And then you can make your own sentences. So you're going to make should look something like this to spin and add endings to these words, and then your sentence sheet should look something like that. So it should be a pretty quick activity today, friends. If you want to practice with more words, here is a list of bonus action words that you can continue playing the activity with the same spinner. Here are some bonus words that you can use. Jump, kick, and munch are all action words that you can change to naming words or past tense words by adding ED and ER. Now, the reason why I didn't say pick your own words is because this doesn't work for all words. Let's take a look at the word teach. Because there's a little bit of a trick that you might stumble into while doing this today's seesaw activity. See if you catch it. if I had the word teach and I added ER, teacher. That's no problem. But what if I wanted to say the word teach and make it in the past tense? Would I say teached? Doesn't sound right to me. Teached. Well, we don't say I catched it, right? We say I caught it. So what do we say? I wouldn't say I teached my little brother how to tie his shoes. I would say I. So that's the word that might be a little bit of a trick if you happen to spin ed when spinning for teach. So keep an eye out for that. It doesn't work for every word. Tomorrow, friends, we will be reviewing cause and effect. We'll do a cause and effect matching activity, and then we'll read Froggy Goes to School, and we'll find some causes for certain effects in the story. And then on Friday, we're going to have a writing challenge where you write a story and you have to have Froggy as one of your characters, and you have to use some of these ED and ER words that we've been practicing this week.